Everyone. Oh, yay. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome. It is a really cool thing that I've been doing is going live around 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. And that's like such a great time for me because I'm already here. And I'm going to talk about emotions today and what's in your closet. And you think about, especially if you ever play with horses, like adjusting the horse that shows up is something that we've always been taught, or I've always been taught. It's like sometimes the horse isn't necessarily in a good mood. And so sometimes the horse has to, you have to sort of like get in their skin and help them feel better about themselves or, whatever it is that you have going on with that individual, right? So I want you to think about yourself, and as much as we want to work with horses, who would love to come and work with horses with me in Florida? I have a great place. I'm getting a new facility and I'm super excited about that. And one of the things we work on is managing how you feel and managing, because that's how we want. All we want is to know, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel today? And it's our choice. We wake up, and the minute you wake up, what's the first thing that happens? You wake up and you have a thought, right? And what is that very, very, very first thought that you have, right? And if you're watching this, make sure you're following me, because we're going to be going through this every morning and talking about what you can do to improve your life through horses. And I'll be here in my house, I'll be out with the horses, and very soon I'll be at the new facility. So definitely make sure, good morning, everyone. Make sure that you're tuning in and checking me out and following me, because right now I'm running an incredible special on my weekend getaways. So who here loves horses? One of my mentors said, raise your hand if you love horses. Now, I love horses, and I want to know how I want to feel around them, because I want to be the kind of person that is not influenced by external forces. I want to be the kind of person that is putting myself in a position where I choose how I want to feel. I would like to have that choice, that freedom, that sense of freedom to say, I know how I want to feel, and I'm going to feel that right now. So today I'm going to take you through a cool little process that kind of allows you to choose your own wardrobe. I'm still here in my warm, cozy robe. I'm having my cup of coffee today. I'm on day 4 of this 28-day shred that I'm doing with a friend of mine. And I kind of botched up the first few days, but I could feel really bad about that now, couldn't I? The first day did great. Yay, day 1. Go Jen, because I'm a Bella. And Bella is one of my horses, which is one of my personality types that we work with out there. She's an Arabian cross, and she's a rescue, and she is amazing. And she's really good about like going. But she's not super good about stopping and thinking. So that's kind of like me, right? Sometimes I lose focus. So anyway, hang on just a second. I just got to see what I mean? So I want you to think about how you want to feel and make that choice. And the first thing when you wake up, usually what we think of first is what we have to do today, what happened yesterday, and what problems we're addressing right now. So today, I want you to go into your closet in your nice little fun, cozy robe, if you have one like I do. I love this thing. And I want you to open your closet, and I want of emotions, and I want you to choose. And I even have like a meter, like an emotion chart, and just kind of gives you some good prompts about like some great, hey, good morning. I really gives you some great suggestions about like how you could feel. And sometimes, we forget to lock the back gate, and and a horse escapes, or a negative thought comes in, or a negative emotion comes in, and we go, how do we want it? How does that make us feel? How do we want to feel about that? And do we want to allow that emotion to come in and influence us, or do we want to take charge and have influence over the emotion? Neither, really. What we really want to do is just release the negative emotion and decide again, hey, how do I want to feel? Now, if you say joy, so let's say, for instance, you want to feel the feeling of joy today. Yesterday, mine was, I picked 3, and you can pick whatever you want. This is the cool thing, you guys. You can choose whatever you want. And you think about it this way. And when you come out if you come down to Florida, and I'm in West Palm Beach, I'm so excited to be in West Palm Beach. It was a very hard road to get here, but I am here and I love it. And if you come and visit me in West Palm Beach and we go out to see the horses, what will happen is I'll see, do you see what is going on? We'll read their body language. We'll read their intention. You'll say, you see what they're doing with their ear there? Do you see what, like, notice their nostrils, how they're breathing, what's going on with their eyelashes, right? How are they standing? I'll break all of this down so you can interpret how the horse is actually feeling or showing up, right? And I've been at so many places and so many instances where I'm watching someone ride a horse. They're sitting on top of the animal, an animal that can go 45 miles an hour and turn on a dime. Like, let's face it, that's something. I take that seriously. When I get on top of a horse, I want to get off on purpose. So when I look at them, I go, what is their emotional state? How are they feeling? And what can I do to help influence them? And it's the same thing, believe it or not, that we do with ourselves. So when you look at it from that perspective and say, how do I want to feel today? And how do you want the horse to feel? Because let's face it, I walk out to the barn of the horses, they don't have a clue what I'm going to be doing. They don't know that I'm not going to put them on. I mean, I hope that I'm not going to put them on a truck to somewhere. I took them to New York a couple summers ago. I put them on a trailer. They didn't know if they were going down the road for a trail ride or if they were going to slaughter, God forbid, or they didn't know. They just didn't know. And the beautiful thing about horses is that they live in the present moment, and putting yourself in a position where you're living in the present moment and choosing your emotion, choosing how to be on that, in that high, beautiful, high vibration state. So yesterday it was, for me, I went to my closet and I opened up my emotional closet, just like I will do with my clothes. And I said, what would I like to wear today in my emotional state? And I said, I wanted to wear joy, growth, and freedom. And I got a lot of freedom. I got a ton of growth, and I felt joy throughout the entire process. Now, have my circumstances changed? Did I, like, all of a sudden win the lottery, or somebody give me, a $10 million farm, or, any of those outside things happen? And the answer is no, that none of those things specifically happened. But I knew that I could put myself in a state that would allow me to attract those things. Because if you see with somebody and they're smiling and they're feeling joy and they're feeling vibrancy and they're feeling whatever, and you feel it and noticing the difference, just like understanding the language of the horse, is when you look at someone and you say hello and you smile and you give a genuine smile that gives you those little crinkles, then a lot of times they'll smile back. Good morning. Good morning. And if you're like, right, if you have like this face, right, and if you're feeling good, tell your face, right? So you can change the way you feel instantly. And you can choose throughout the day. I check in. I used to even set a timer. And when I was really struggling, I used to write on my hand the word stop, because I didn't want to feel, and this is way back, this was 10 years ago. I didn't even know anything about it. I really didn't know anything about personal development, didn't know anything. All I knew is that I didn't want to feel the way I was feeling. So I wrote the word stop on my hand. And I will never forget, I was in Target one day and I was feeling these really anxious emotions. I felt my chest start to tighten. I felt like panic rising up, because I went into Target and I was spending money that I needed to spend, like on laundry detergent and toilet paper, but that I didn't have. It was like, I got to go. And the further I got into the store, the more I realized, oh my God, I'm going to have to, oh, good morning, Will. I'm going to have to actually spend money. And it started, and this was having an effect. And then my chest started to get tight and my throat started to get tight. And I started to feel this really, really awful feeling. Right. And I was like, and I looked at my hand. I was like, stop. And I yelled it in Target. I was like, stop. Right. Like, stop already. Like, who, so who are you? And this person that was feeling so much fear, I can even feel it now. I could put myself in that moment right now. Couldn't you? Couldn't you find a moment in your life where you felt a certain way and you could go back to that memory I could start feeling that way and thinking that way and feeling that way. And it wouldn't take that much before your biology, your chest would start to tighten. Right? So how you want to feel is like one of the most important decisions you'll make when you wake up, and putting yourself in a state to be able to feel that emotion like that. And ask yourself, what emotion do I want to feel today? Like, I haven't really thought about that. I just woke up. I'm just having my coffee, right? And I woke up and I said, the minute I woke up, I said, I want to feel peaceful today. I want to feel aligned today. And I want to feel abundant today. So peaceful, aligned, and abundant. Those are mine today. Yesterday, it was joy and growth and freedom. So you can pick every single day, and that just like picking out your clothes, just like deciding what to eat at the restaurant, just like deciding anything that's really important, that we've really missed the mark on making the decision about how we want to feel. Because the only reason we do certain things, anything, is because they make us feel a certain way. And I want to feel today, because I don't always want to feel peaceful and chill and relaxed. Sometimes I want to feel like energetic and on fire and alive, right? Now, am I going to always feel sort of all of these things? Yeah, they're always available to me. They're always, and they're available to you too. And I can tell you this from experience because I've been there. I've been in a place, and it actually does make me choke up a little bit, because I've been in a place where I've seen myself. I look in the mirror and I see someone who is suffering. I saw someone who was terrified. I saw someone that was afraid, thought they're not enough. They're not going to make it. They're not going to have the things that they needed. And sometimes the things that you need are just in your ideas, the things that you wish you had that you don't. And you start coming from a place of lack, and you start going, anytime you say the phrase was, you see someone else with success, go, oh man, must be nice to fly a jet to wherever you want. That's coming from lack. That's putting yourself in a space of victim. And it's putting yourself in a space where you're focusing on what you don't have rather than what is possible. Because is it possible for you to have the things that you want in your life? And if your answer to that is, well, I don't know, I really want to travel, but I have kids. Well, I have a client who has a child, a baby, not even a year old, and she's all over the world traveling. Well, must be nice. Well, of course it is. But when you say that, you're going to put yourself in a space of lack. You're going to put yourself in a space where you say, I can't. So rather than saying I can't, or it must be nice, or like really slotting yourself into a victim, put yourself in a space where you say, I can choose how I want to feel today. And we're going to go through a little process to where I can help you make that decision. So first off, I want you to think about just pick one. Just pick one emotion that you would like to feel. And if you are watching live with me now, feel free to throw that emotion in the chat. Joy, happiness, determination. And even something, even if it's anger, I'd rather you feel anger than ennui or lethargy. I would rather you feel determined than depressed, right? I'd rather, so there's levels of vibrations of emotions. And the English language is such that it can't even wrap its mind around it, even though the English language has more words than any other language on the planet. And I have a very capacious vocabulary. I love using my language as surgically as possible, right? So I want you to think about that. How do you want to feel? And get as clear about that as you can, right? And think about what your definition of being determined is, and what your definition of hard work or play or whatever is. Because I one that's tough for me is disciplined, right? I'm strong. I'm hardworking. I am a lot of things. In fact, I have an entire deck of cards that or over there that it's say, I am fearless, I am strong, I am loving, I am hope, I am like, I am all of these things. And disciplined is one that I have in the past struggled with because of the definition I gave to being disciplined. Anybody here have a negative connotation or a negative definition of the word belief, right? So I want you to think about that. Like, what is your belief around how you want to feel? And that is going to that right there will change the way you look at it. I had a conversation with a friend of mine. We were talking about it, and her definition of working hard and my definition of working hard are very, very different. Now, she is a very hardworking person. She's probably one of my harder working friends. Not that I have any friends that are lazy, but I got to the point in my life where I felt like I was lazy, right? And I was like, oh my God, in order to not, because I didn't want to be lazy. So in order to not be lazy, guess what I did? I worked really hard. But what if it didn't have to be like that? What if you're working hard meant instead of like going out and hustling and slaving and grinding and busting your ass, it meant something different. So giving the meaning that you give to it and how you want to feel about it is what's going to drive your behavior throughout the day and throughout your life. I know that all of us have felt anxious and worried and alone and isolated and overwhelmed. We have all felt those ways. But when you wake up in the morning and you decide and you start at the starting line with a strong decision about how you want to feel, you will start creating momentum. And putting away, one of the things I do in my meditations, it only takes a few minutes, you guys. It does not take 2 hours. Now, I do meditations anywhere from 60 seconds to 6 hours. You know, I'll go into a deep meditation and I'll go and have this mystical experience and deep connection to source. But those are like one of those Chardonnay lunches you have with a friend. I don't do those every day, but I do meditate every single day. And one of the things that I do, and I'm going to take you with me here in just a minute, is once I decide how I want to feel, I put myself in a place where I'm feeling that feeling. So let's just take what was one of the ones, peaceful. So that's one of my emotions today, peaceful and aligned. And I can't remember the other one. That's okay. Peaceful apparently is my leading one. And that's what I want you to do is pick your emotion. Let's just pick peaceful for right now. You can pick joy, excitement. Doesn't matter what it is. Because what you're going to do is once you've made the decision, is you're going to take yourself to a time where you have felt that feeling, whatever it is, peaceful, particularly today. So I can think of a time and I'll just close my eyes. I'll be there maybe about 3 minutes. It doesn't take long. But feel that feeling. You won't want to come back because it feels good. But you'll go in and just for a few minutes and put yourself in a place where you feel the feeling of peace. Can you feel the feeling of peace right now? Even if you're driving down the road, even if your kids are screaming in the back seat, even if your boss is not doing things you want him to do, even if you're whatever, does not matter what is going on in your life. Could you take just a moment and say, right now, in this moment, I'm going to feel the feeling of peace. You're going to take a deep breath. You're going to inhale and draw that feeling of peace inside to you. Think of a time in your life that you felt the feeling of peace. I'm visualizing a moment where Trace, my white horse, was laying in the grass, and I had grabbed, and it was wet out. I'll remember. I had grabbed like one of those foam stadium seats so I could throw it in the grass and sit down and not get my butt wet. So, and I was sitting, like he was laying down and I was like sitting in the crook of his neck. I was sitting on the seat and I was leaning back and just laying on his neck. And it was a sunny day and we were in the shade and it was a beautiful, beautiful day. And I felt so much peace just laying there with my horse in the grass and feeling that feeling. Wow, I feel that feeling now. And when you feel that feeling now, you can take that to your day. So now I'm going to start creating momentum around feeling the feeling of peace. And I'm going to influence others to feel the feeling of peace all around me, because I've created this magnet of like feeling this just pure peace, just calm and peace. I might even get my peace and calming essential oil out now that I'm feeling this. Right. And I'm on a deadline, you guys. I have a really tight deadline because I just acquired this new facility for the horses, which is so exciting. It makes me want to cry. I'm so excited that I'll be with my horses again. And I'll be able to have all of you beautiful people that want to come and join me to experience a weekend getaway or a retreat, or bring your family or your team to come experience the horses. I cannot wait to be able to share these animals with you. Again, look at me, I'm getting all choked up about it, because I started out feeling peaceful. And when I'm peaceful, I want to share. I want to share these beautiful things with you. And that brings me peace. And the more I can share that feeling with other people, the more people are going to want to come and be and feel that feeling with me. You know? You start thinking about something, the law of attraction will bring another something with it. It only takes about 10 seconds before, if you think of a thought about something, another one of thought that's similar to it will come and join the party in about 10 seconds. Count it down. Remember those cartoons when we were a kid? It's like, it was the marble. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. By the time it gets to 12, you have another thought that is similar to it. You start thinking about the oil change you need in your car. Oh, crap, that probably means I need brakes too. Oh, you know what? I hope they vacuum it out. And I got to get windshield wipers for it too. Man, if they ask me about the air filter, I'm just going to say whatever. I don't care how dirty it is. Just put it back in the damn car. See how that went real quick from, oh, hey, one little thing to, oh, all of these other things. And, oh man, you know what? My car payment is coming up due. Oh, I can't believe I ended up getting such a terrible interest rate on that car. Why are all these guys, all of these car salesmen always trying to take advantage of people? Oh my gosh. Salespeople just in general. I don't like salespeople in general because they're always trying to push. I don't like sales. And then next thing you know, God forbid somebody try and sell you something, right? That actually could help you. Because I don't believe in sales. I believe in serving. And I believe that if I'm coming to you, or you've been attracted into my world, or you're watching this, there's a reason. And it comes from deciding. This all stems from deciding how you want to feel, putting yourself in a space to feel it, and then carrying that momentum throughout the day. And in horses, we call it ride every stride. And that goes on the ground, and it goes on if you're sitting on their back. And what I mean by ride every stride is that I look at the horse and I watch how their body language shifts or changes. Because remember, horses live in the moment, right? And so I'm watching them and I'm like, every single stride, I'm riding it, thinking about it, being in the moment, being so present. Do you see how present I am with you guys here? I've got 3 cameras going. So if I'm looking up here and here and here, it's because I want to make sure making sure that everybody is feeling like that I am completely present with you, that I'm completely present with what I'm trying to share with you and how important this is. So when you have presence, you stay in the moment and you decide how you want to feel and create momentum around that, and stay aware of it and notice when it shifts. Ride every stride throughout your day. Every step you take, every word you utter, start with that. How do I want to feel today? And go through the process. If you haven't watched the video, go back, watch this video, because it'll take you through the process about how to do it and then how to create momentum around it. And that's so incredibly important, to build the momentum around it so you can continue to feel it. And when you go to bed tonight, no matter what emotion you've chosen, as long as it's a high vibration one that is in alignment, then you can rest well at night, knowing that you've done your best. And we're all doing the best with what we have. But I hope you take this and go, wow, now I have a new tool. Now I have a new strategy, a new way to approach the way I look at things. I had no idea. I just wake up with my problems every day. I did it for years, and I'm old, right? I'm not old, but so I want to feel that way. That doesn't mean that in the moment your circumstances change, but what it does mean is that you can feel differently about it. And when you feel differently about your circumstances won't be able to do anything but help but change. You cannot be vibing high like this and have your circumstances stay like this. It just doesn't work, because either you look at your circumstances and start to be better with what those are and what it means to you, change the meaning of what your current circumstances are, which is usually the case, and that's what starts out. And then the vibration won't, it will, it's the law of, it's universal law. You'll start bringing things into your life that are clear, that are more desirable. You'll start manifesting things spontaneously. And when I'm with the horses, I'll tell you, I can tell you immediately what kind of things you're bringing to the table when you play with one of my horses, because my horses are the lightning rod to the divine for me. They are my conduit to source. And when you come and visit me in Florida, you will have like this crazy little like vortex that we'll create that creates a channel, the source, that you all the resistance that you have for the things that you wish you had in your life will start to fade away. You'll never forget the horse that helped you heal, that helped you align. Because when you align, you heal, right? Sort of like spiritual chiropractor. That's what it is aligning to the desires and purpose of your life. So today I'm going to feel really aligned. I want to feel peaceful. And I don't remember the third one. And it doesn't matter. I'll make up something else. So, but it's peaceful today for sure, because I'm coming up against a pretty tough deadline. Yep. So today I'm going, but the action that I'm going to take from this peaceful state to attract people in to come and experience a weekend with me, or come and go do one of my retreats or experience. Hey, guess what? That's sales. That's sales. And incidentally, because of the move, I'm running a fire sale at all of my experiences at the moment. Like literally, I am like giving it away to help get the horses into their new facility, to help get my rescued horses to a proper home. And I thought about like going and getting a loan and going and getting investors and all this stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I want people like you. I want people like you here. I want people like you here to come and experience this with me, and we can celebrate together. Right? So today, when you wake up, before you get your coffee, before you do your first scroll on social, decide how you want to feel. Choose your emotion, and you can choose. You got a lot of different options, like going to Victoria's Secret and picking out a pair of panties. There's lots of colors and lace and silk and satin and shapes and cuts and sizes. Pick. It's up to you. And make it fun. Make it fun. Apparently, I want to feel peace today. And I'm going to have this beautiful, like, centered gooiness about it. So today, choose your emotion and come see me in Florida. I want to play with you and my horses. So hopefully, I wish you all the best day, full of beautiful emotions, and to believe in yourself. It will change your life. Make sure you're reaching out to me. Follow me on social. My YouTube channel is totally blown up. So make sure you're following me on YouTube and subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'm super excited about that. We'll be posting more videos there, and reach out to me if you want to learn how to grow and heal through the spirit of a rescued horse. Take care, guys. Have a blessed day. Bye. Jen Zoe signing off. All right.